Hey everyone, it's Matt Levchenko here, and I wanted to shoot this quick little video here to share with you a little article that just came out recently talking about for sale by owners and transactions. And what was neat about it is that actually the data that came through was something that surprised me as well. So this article here was published by Inman News, and the data from the article is coming from the National Association of Realtors. And what it is saying is that right now, even with it being a massively seller-dominated market to where the supply and demand is in sellers' favor, for sale by owner transactions are at the lowest that they've ever been. Which for me was like, oh wow, that's cool. Let's take a look a little bit deeper into it. And so what this chart is showing is that right now, for all the transactions that are being done, only 8% of them are for sale by owner transactions. So 89% of all the transactions are still being agent assisted transactions. And so it talks a little bit about the differences. And so for sale by owner transactions are down 34% from where they were back in 2006, when they still made up 12% of all the transactions in the market. And then and the highest that they've ever were, or at least the highest since they were recorded, was in 1981 when for sale by owner transactions made up 15% of the market. So why I wanted to bring this up is that just because it's a seller's market doesn't mean that it's any easier or that more people are selling for sale by owner. One of the things I wanted to bring out, because we talk about it all the time, is the for sale by owner statistics that National Association of Realtors tracks, because the numbers are pretty staggering. And what it's saying here, and it shows that the for sale by owner transactions that happened, and this is tracking 2015 and 14. This is last year's report as of right now. Currently, it showed that only 8% of the transactions last year were also for sale by owner, and the average for sale by owner transaction sold for $210, compared to the average real estate assisted transaction, which was $249. So that was a difference of $39,000, or 16 to 18%. So a lot of people, they go for sale by owner because they think they're going to save the commission. That's a pretty fair assumption to make, but what the stats show is that the for sale by owners that do sell, and again, only 8% of the transactions out there are for sale by owners, the ones that do sell, they sell for 16% less than they could have if they were with an agent. Now, granted, this is a national average, and so your situation, your neighborhood may vary, but they showed here the challenges that for sale by owners had. So the most methods that for sale by owners use to market their home was a yard sign, and friends and neighbors and relatives, and some other things. And the most difficult task that for sale by owners stated whenever they took the survey was understanding and performing the paperwork, getting the price right, preparing the home for sale and the fix. So anyway, just really quickly wanted to give you a quick update, put the finger on the pulse of what's going on in the market, share with you some of the things that are out there. So if you're thinking about doing for sale by owner, you really owe it to yourself to have a professional come out there and take a look, give you a valuation, and share with you some of the things that they can do to help make sure that you get top dollar. Because again, in this market, it's not whether or not you will sell if you try to go for sale by owner, it's how much money are you losing by doing it. And so the question I like to ask everybody is, what's more important to you, selling it yourself or making the most money at the end of the day? So if you have any other questions, you know who to reach. All our contact information is down below. Take care, everybody.